As we all know, in 1983, Tonka introduced the world to GoBots, a toy line of transforming robots that could turn into vehicles. This line introduced the heroic Guardians and the villainous Renegades. And through the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, Challenge of the GoBots, we learned to love characters like Leader 1, Scooter, and Psykill. Fast forward to 2025, and GoBots is dropping huge blockbusters like GoBots 1, which won 3 Oscars and has been greenlit for 5 sequels and an HBO Max movie. And Tonka is producing some of the best GoBots figures the fandom has ever seen. But GoBots wasn't the only transforming robot toy line in the 80s. There's the often forgotten show and toy line called the Transformers. What's good, intranet? Jake here, smart as ever, and in today's video we're going to talk about a somewhat obscure toy line called the Transformers. Before we get into it, be sure to like and subscribe to help me with that dastardly villain, the blue guy from that one Scooby-Doo movie. Also, if you want to be a GoBots influencer just like moi, I have an online course teaching you how to become a content creator, and it only costs $39.99. In the course, I teach you things like how to be funny, how to make the shmoney, and when to pull out the gunny, bars. Anyway, the Transformers was created by Hasbro in 1984. It was a new toy line and cartoon that took toys from Japan and brought them over to America, similar to GoBots with Machine Robo. But bizarrely, Hasbro opted to use multiple different Japanese toy lines to fill out their own, leading to a mishmash of different robot designs. Like, take this red guy named Ironhide. He has no head because the toy line he comes from, Diaclone, has little pilots for the robots. Hasbro's solution to this was to give you a sticker of a face for the back of the seat located behind the windshield, meaning you can only really see the toy's eyes in robot mode. And now compare Ironhide to this big dude named Skyfire. This toy comes from another Japanese toy line based on the anime Macross. These two look like they're from completely different toy lines because they are. The leader one of this series is called Optimum Prime, and it's so surprising to me that they chose this guy to lead the good guys, which are called the Autobots in the series. Like, he's just a truck. And how is he supposed to be charismatic with a permanent mouth plate? Sorry, Optimum, you will never be Stax. The bad guys, very on the nose with their name the Decepticons, are led by Megatron, who literally turns into a freaking handgun. Excuse me? Like, GoBots had a couple blasters for sure, but none of them looked nearly as realistic as Megatron here. Like, imagine if Transformers were still around today. Could you imagine Hasbro trying to sell a realistic gun Transformer? Not that Hasbro could sell anything, since Tonka bought them in 2003. Yup, Tonka technically owns Transformers. And they've slipped a few throwback fan faves like the Autobot Cliff Jumper into the GoBots toy line. Transformers really went in on the combiners, which is kind of cool, but none of them have the pure aura of Puzzler or Monstrous. Dude, they didn't even have a forklift, or a scooter, or a biplane, or a scorpion. Well, no, they did have a scorpion, I see that now. He's pretty cool looking, I can't lie. His name is Scorponok though. I swear, this toy line has the most sauceless names ever. Like, Soundwave and Shockwave are 2 different guys apparently. Where's the creativity? Where's the sauce? Where's the boogeyman of it all? The Transformers, of course, had a cartoon, though it is riddled with weird animation errors and continuity mistakes. For example, these 2 Transformers are called Frenzy and Rumble, but no one in the very small Transformers fan base can even agree on which is which, because between the inaccurate toys and inaccurate cartoon, it's impossible to tell. So most people just refer to them as the red one and the blue one. The Transformers ended with a movie in 1986 and literally nobody saw it. There were a few fans of the show, and when they watched the movie, they were horrified by the shocking death of Optimum Pride. The movie has good animation, but it gets so boring so quick. Like, how am I supposed to be entertained by a movie that doesn't have spoons in it? Even though the Transformers was made to capitalize off the hype GoBots created in 1983, I think the series is pretty interesting, and it's kind of fun to think about what could have been. Like, if the Transformers somehow had beaten the GoBots, that sure would be something.
Spoon.
Jesus Christ! Oh, oh, it was just a dream. It was just a dream. The doctor was right. Mixing Adderall and vodka is not a good idea. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Transformers still won the race. I thought for sure we were cooked, but no, it was just a dream. It is interesting to think about, though. GoBots. Kind of a strange thing how they kind of came out first, but Transformers won it out. You know, we could live in a future where GoBots won. And I kind of wanted to think about that for this April Fool's video. April Fool's, I got you. But to pad out the runtime a little bit, let me show you something cool. This is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Deadlift. And you may recognize him from the video you just watched. This is a homage to Spoons from GoBots. Now, Spoons and GoBots is a renegade, so it only makes sense that this guy is a Decepticon. He's a repaint of Dirt Balls, I want to say. I only know this guy. I didn't even know this guy existed. I just saw him at my recent Comic-Con, local Comic-Con, and I noticed he was an orange, forklift, and I was like, oh my god, this must be a Spoons reference. Shout out Spoons. But yeah, he turns into a little forklift. The little rider steering wheel doesn't really plug in that well on my copy. The hinge is like messed up a little bit. So that's one of the problems I have with him. But I will quickly transform him for you guys. Watch an expert at work. This is why we won the war, ladies and gentlemen. And also, just to be 100% clear, this is not a GoBot hater video. I just thought it would be kind of a funny concept since I do my Transformers that are not Transformers videos, blah, blah, blah. And I literally thought of it so last minute. That's why it's kind of short, just because I'm doing the most I can in one day. I literally thought of this idea on April 1st. Good job, Jake. But here is... here is Deadlift transformed into robot mode. Spoons homage right here. Really fun stuff. He's got two big knives. This is a fun mold in general. Revenge of the Fallen had a lot of fun little guy molds, and this forklift guy is one of them. We need more original, like, sort of alt modes. That's the one thing I will give GoBots 100%. Besides Puzzler being goated, because Puzzler is awesome. I love the name Puzzler, and I like how the combined form looks. But another thing I will have to give them is that they really do have a ton of interesting alt modes for their Transformers, or for their GoBots, and yeah. And also, I gotta give them that they had a female Transformer way earlier, Crasher. Crasher is now kind of, you could say canon-wise, she is the first female Transformer, since GoBots came out first, blah, blah, blah. GoBots is owned by Hasbro. All right, thanks for watching. I appreciate you if you watch all this way. Comment Deadlift is epic in the comments if you watched all the way through. And yeah, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching my April Fool's video.